In this video, I've got a book recommendation for you called Becoming a King. Let's see if I can get that up there close for you. Focus in on that. There we go. Becoming a King by Morgan Snyder. First of all, welcome to my makeshift studio. Hope you like it. I am in the attic where we keep a lot of stuff stored. I've recently gone through a job transition and had needed a new place where I could even record videos at all. And this is the spot that I've found. I hope you enjoy the wallpaper in the back here as I've got my makeshift studio with the blue microphone. One day we will have something going a little bit better. But I wanted to recommend this book to you. I was recommended this book by a dear friend, a couple years ago. And ever since then, I've started handing this book out to whoever I could. I meet a guy and I'm like, you got to read Becoming a King. I actually led a small group for guys on Becoming a King. And then they went all and led small groups on Becoming a King. And then I, had some other guys lead a small group on Becoming a King. And they did the exact same thing. It's just like over and over again. You get a bunch of guys reading this book, Becoming a King. They'll all start carrying knives in their pocket and talking about how great this book is. Back probably in the early 2000s, whenever that book by John Eldredge, that's skipping my mind right now. Don't you hate when that happens? Becoming a King is kind of like what John Eldredge's book, Wild at Heart, was, all those years ago, whenever that came out, early 2000s. And actually, Morgan Snyder is a good friend of John Eldredge. And they're in the similar vein. They're going to help men figure out what kind of man they want to be, who they're going to become, what does the soul of a man need. And this book has more, I think, more than what John Eldredge's books offered. So this book is going to talk about becoming a powerful man by going through a process that you need to go through over the course of about 10 years. It's going to talk about being fathered by God. It's going to talk about, uprooting all the stuff in our soul, the boulders and the rocks that get in the way. It'll teach us how to deal with anger. It'll teach us how to deal with our resentment and our pride and all those kinds of stuff. It'll also talk to you about being a man who's a generalist, who's able to help people. It'll talk about carrying a knife on your pocket, like I had mentioned, like a man should carry a knife. So it's got some practical stuff like that. It's also going to talk about becoming a warrior, someone who can fight for those he loves and defend those he loves in proper manner. It's also going to talk about becoming good soil, someone who God can trust, whose heart is tender and open to the things of God and can love his family without, compromising the strength that it takes to be a man. Because you're a man, you should be strong. This is a book. I can't recommend this one enough. Morgan Snyder, Becoming a King. You can get it on Amazon. You can also go to his website, Good Seed, Good Soil, I believe is what the website is called. I'm not paid to endorse this book. I just think every man should read this book, because on this channel, we're all about becoming godly men, great, strong Christian men of valor, men of war, men of courage, men of good presence, men who can be saints, who can be trusted by God to work towards the building of his church and building of families and all that kind of things. And I think this book is a fantastic place to start. I hope you enjoy it.